Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. And guess what? It's time for that monthly modality message. Before we get started, let's just say happy birthday to our Virgo friends.
Happy birthday, Virgo.
Enjoy your season. And this reading is good for the entire Virgo season for the modalities of the Zodiac.
And we do this every month as the sun moves into each new sign. So the reading is astrologically based, but not typically through the elemental or other associations. This is through the modality associations. So we're going to get into that right away by just starting with the first of the three modalities, and that's the Cardinal Modalities.
So it's such a lovely day outside. We decided to leave our door open, patio door for the cats.
So Cardinal Modalities are the Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. As you can see, there's one from each element in this modality. Here are the positives. They are initiators. They get things started, active, quick. They have drive and ambition, vim and vigor. They are no kind of slacker. They are enthusiastic, a zest for life, clever, and they want to win.
Well, before we get into those supposed negatives that we cardinal signs have, let me just say I'm using the Astrology Tarot deck today instead of our Celestial Tarot. It's a nice deck as well, so we'll be using this one. Switch up from time to time. Okay, so maybe while Mr. O shuffles, I'll just run quickly over the supposed negatives here. So, we might be a little bit too domineering, cardinal signs. We might be self-centered. We may, just kind of forget a little bit about others as we focus on our own stuff. Our stuff is important. And sadly, with that stuff, we don't always finish what we started. Guilty.
But we're going to get into it, and of course, for each modality, we throw 4 cards, and we go through a number of questions. And so that means we are on the first card, and that is the primary focus for the Cardinals.
Thank you.
Sorry, I almost forgot.
You did. All right. The primary focus for us cardinal signs is, oh, I like it. It's the devil reversed. What a nice start. So the primary focus is releasing ourselves, freeing and liberating ourselves from those things or people, not that I'm looking at you, who may hold you back.
Well, the thing about the devil reverse, too, is that it could speak to things that maybe enthrall us or addict us or make us codependent or have compulsive behaviors. So this could be saying that within the context of yourself and the primary focus, cardinal signs may be feeling like this is an easier time for them to make great changes in habits or to lose certain habits.
That's a very good point, Mr. O, that these things may not be external things that are holding you back, but internal ones, addictions, blockages, and also negative mindsets that might be holding you that are holding you at bay.
So let's go to card 2 then, and the card 2 represents the role that your interactions will play with others in this month ahead, Cardinals.
An interesting card again, the 4 of Swords, reversed. Well, we're getting the cards the way we want them to come up, cardinal signs, and I think your interactions with others are just going to be, you're just going to be interacting with a lot of people in this month ahead. I think here this is a time for you to network. This is a time for you to maybe do some fun activities with others or productive ones. This is a time where a lot can get done because there's a lot of energy in this part, of your life in this month ahead.
The cards don't necessarily create a pattern or story, but to me it's tempting to suggest that maybe your interactions with others will be helpful as you are trying to to do what card number 1 represents, purge yourself in certain ways. And maybe this is like a little bit of therapy on the self-kind with friends or people who mean you well. But basically, it is about coming to sort of understand how you are more active than usual right now.
In interacting with others. 100%. Good point,
Card 3 is the opportunities or challenges that the cardinals will face in the month ahead and how best you might achieve or tackle them.
Challenges, schmallenges. It looks like it's all opportunities for us. It's the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is upright. How nice is that?
So the Knight of Wands could be saying that you are moving towards something significant in the sense of a challenge. It may be about networking ambitions. So maybe you're, job searching, or maybe you're broadening your circle. Maybe you're headhunting or hoping to be headhunted. But a lot of it will also have to do with the fact that there's an idea of charm, charisma, or bravery. So maybe this is also a sense of striking into an area that is not quite normally yours, but you want to branch out a little bit.
Everything's a go, cardinal signs. With this card here, I think that it's saying you should have a green light to move forward on plans, projects, goals, relationships. Whatever you're pursuing right now, this is a time to move forward with it, with enthusiasm, with drive, motivated and ready to succeed.
So finally, card 4, how can you use your modalities, superpowers, to their best advantage?
Well,
Uh-oh.
It's very interesting to me. It's the Eight of Wands reversed. So that's the one card that's the, almost the challenge here. But I think that's what it is. You have so much energy, drive, and motivation and release going on here that you've got to be careful how you focus that energy. Don't scatter it all over the place. Here, one of your positives is that you are active, you are quick, you are driven, but and enthusiastic. But come on now, let's rein it in a little bit to make sure you're focusing it in the right direction.
I like this in the sense of cardinals because, as we know, the cardinals, they are about achieving a goal, a target, an initiative. And so when the Eight of Wands is reversed, it could be saying don't overreach in certain ways or you will miss your target.
Or you won't finish what you start. Which is part of your negatives. So beware. Beware, cardinal signs, but really looks like a great month ahead. Shall we recap?
Absolutely. So card 1, primary focus, and that was the devil reversed. The primary focus may be finding that, this is a good time for you to eliminate bad behaviors or compulsive behaviors, or in some ways find ways to unrestrict yourself.
I like it. Release. Release from things that hold you back. Whether they're internal or external, you seem to be finally freeing yourself of things that don't serve you, that really are not good for you.
Your interactions with others, card 2, is the Four of Swords reversed, and this may be saying that really you're moving into a realm that has more intrapersonal connections. If this doesn't actually apply, it could just mean that maybe you're open to that idea, and so you may be looking for more ways to interact with people around you.
Really like this. It seems like a very active social month for you. It just seems as though there's a lot of energy in your social sector. This could mean networking. This could be with jobs. This could be with projects or goals, true, or interests of yours, or is just out and out having some good times with good friends, family, etc. Yeah,
the cards are really good for Cardinal this month. That takes us to the next card, challenges, opportunities, and it's the upright Knight of Wands. It's almost like all systems are go. It's almost like, you have a charm factor, or you're just extra brave, you're extra charming for some reason.
The opportunities are to move something forward now. Push it forward.
Good point.
This is the time. And I think here that everything is a go, whether it's, starting a new relationship, friendships, partnerships, or doing something business or project or goal oriented. A lot of opportunity here for growth.
I think that although it's not really in your wheelhouse per se, the super modalities powers will be about pacing yourself and not overshooting the mark.
Yeah. Well, and that's the final thing here is that, how best you can use your superpowers is to really not overextend yourself, not scatter your energy, all this energy that you now have. Focus it where it's most needed or will give you the most likelihood of success.
It's kind of interesting because an astrologer told me that the season of Virgo is a good time to work on what we need to change, especially in terms of removing or purging, eliminating, refining in our overall sense of systems. All right.
That's what we have for the cardinals. Hey, let's move on to those fixed signs.
I'll fix your wagon.
Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They do have some positives. They are steady. They are stable. They are determined. They're resolute, self-reliant. They know how to forge ahead and calmly work on objectives, unless it's tech-oriented. Okay.
Yeah.
Remembers those who have helped them, persistence, concentration, powerful yet purposeful. And there are no wasted motions with these guys.
Well, unfortunately, there are some negatives, which basically, this is very true, especially if some of those fixed signs were stubborn. We have that my way or highway approach or thinking, and we tend to be patternistic, so we may get stuck in patterns or ways. And, of course, many of us will believe that we're always right.
What was that? Could you say that part again?
Many of us will believe they're always right.
And are you?
No.
Okay.
A little bit.
Well, not always, let's just say.
Okay.
All right. Let me cut them now that I have cut you down to size.
So you did. And so
well, let's look at the first one. The first one is the primary focus for the fixed signs for the month ahead.
It's the reversed Queen of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Fixed signs. What's going on here?
Money downturn. It could be.
Could be.
You have to focus on your finances. Maybe some unexpected repairs are coming up. We still have I think about a week of Mercury retrograde left, and then there's that nasty little shadow period. So, be mindful of your finances. Take care of yourself and your body also during this time.
Queens don't totally lose their power when they're reversed, but it may be that an aspect of that power is a little awry, and maybe you're not able to pay as much attention to certain matters around you that are really necessary right now. Some of this could just be the normal routine, but some of it could be where you can tend to excel. And so maybe this is just saying, right now, this month is a little bit harder for you to do that.
So the role of your interactions with others, what will you face with people in the month ahead?
And it's another King.
It's reversed.
It's a reversed King of Cups.
Oh, dear me. So maybe some things are coming from your social sector here or having to do with people you deal with at work. The King of Cups reversed. I want to look at this almost two ways here, that there may be there may be somebody that you're working with who's making it very hard to work with them. Their emotions seem to be all over the place. It's getting in the way of the work that needs to be done. This could also be in your personal life, that there's, either family or friends that are, not doing, not feeling good emotionally. And it could rub off on you. Let me put it that way. It's going to may bring you down a peg or two, too. Try not to let others bring you down and mess with you emotionally?
Well, you know, sometimes when I see that King of Cups, I think it could be yourself. It could be you saying, you know, that you're just feeling a little bit more grumbly or emotionally insecure, and that maybe you're lashing out a little bit.
It could be because of that.
Yeah. So I'm wondering about that. That's mostly what I see there. The idea that maybe you're a little more emotionally viable or sensitive this month.
So the opportunities or challenges you might face in the month ahead.
And it's
nice.
The Eight of Swords reversed. And so the opportunity could be that you may find yourself free in certain respects, you know, that maybe you will feel certain illusions you had about yourself or conditions that maybe you felt were holding you back seem to have changed or shifted in certain ways. Maybe you're feeling more confident. You know, the sword aspect lends itself to the idea that maybe you thought it through in a way.
Well, there's an opportunity here for you to disengage yourself from this situation that's going on here. You know, you'll be able to pull yourself free of it. You won't let it hold you back. Your self-confidence and things will be restored. You'll stand up for yourself, maybe, if that's what needs to happen here. But it just seems as though you're going to be able to overcome this. I have a feeling that this is tied together somehow. This is telling a nice story.
Yeah, it is in a way. You're right. So finally,
how can you use your modality superpowers to best advantage this month? Wow. Hey, that's really interesting for the fixed signs.
It is very interesting.
You know, well, I think here you should forge ahead. You should forge ahead, you know, with this idea of disengagement and releasing yourself from whatever the situation is. You should forge ahead, take a risk, take a gamble, and step outside your comfort zone to make some constructive changes here if things have been going kind of awry.
Fixed signs, when I see the Fool here for that final card, I get the feeling this is saying that really when you get down to it, your instinct will serve you well here. If there seems to be something about these opportunities or challenges and or the other situations you're involved in, trust your instincts. I think it's going to serve you well.
It's very nice. It looks like once you disengage yourself, there's some new adventure or thing that awaits you. All you have to do is take that step into the unknown and make it happen. Let's recap, shall we?
All right. So first card was about the primary focus, and I think we differed slightly on there. Myself, I felt that this is just saying there is some amount of time for review maybe of what makes you feel comfortable or secure in some respects.
I feel here that, you know, either something financially is going to throw you off your game. I don't know if it could be maybe changing jobs. I'm beginning to wonder now because of that King of Cups reverse too, and this card that followed. But it could be something financial that just goes awry. It could also be a health matter. You know, maybe you're a little bit stressed. Maybe you're the one who's feeling all this moodiness here and lack of emotional stability right now, and you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself and do whatever it takes to alleviate pressure on you right now.
For me, mostly the King of Cups in that second position is saying maybe there are some things you can maybe talk about and some things you should maybe know better. You're maybe really a little raw and sensitive, but know exactly what you need to address when you can, where you can, because some things may not work as well.
The King of Cups is also, in a way, to me, about a drama queen or king, you know, as the case may be. You know, that there's somebody causing some drama and disturbance and temper tantrums. Is it you, or is it the people around you? You know, whether it's friends, family, workplace issues, you know, and I think that somehow these are intrinsically tied together here, which is why there seems to be this pressure or stress on you right now. So whether you're letting other people get under your skin or they are, you know, just out of control, there's a condition here that's not right in your interpersonal interactions.
So was there some sort of veneer or some sort of glamour that you finally figured your way out of, or you saw through? Or maybe it was one you were doing too, but for some reason now you realize that's not going to serve you as well. Coming out of the glamour will serve you as well. Seeing things more clear-eyed and where, you know, other opportunities exist.
You release yourself. You disengage from whatever the situation is, I feel. You find a way out. Let's put it that way. And it's good for you. You know, you will feel more empowered. It's almost as if you feel you finally, you know, are back in control.
What's that last one?
The last one is the superpower. Oh, it's the Fool.
The Fool, of course. Yeah. How did I forget that?
Which is, go ahead.
Well, as a modality superpower, you know, the Fool always has that aspect of everyman to it. But in this case, the everyman is all of us. We all have that potential, but certainly this time period, it's the fixed turn to maybe fly.
Right. You know, one of your powers is forging ahead. So after this great release, you're up for a challenge. You're up for something new. You're up for stepping outside your comfort zone and taking a risk or gamble with your life, you know, to shake things up. It's kind of surprising with the way things started with that Queen reversed, but I feel here, you know, by the end of this month, this Virgo season, you will feel ready to take a risk, a gamble, start a new project, goal, or adventure. Good luck with that.
All right, fixed signs. Yeah. So that's what we had.
And we are on our friends the Mutables. Okay. You can talk about the Mutables.
And the Mutables are Geminis, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces.
There's a whole mouthful there.
Well, there's a mouthful, so I guess I should get to it, eh? They do have some great positives. They go with the flow. They are adaptable, flexible, versatile, highly resourceful. They can change when necessary. They are quite easy to change. They can change and assume various personas, so they are the chameleons of the Zodiac. They are well liked by others. They enjoy learning, playing fair, diplomacy. They are sharp and sympathetic, and they can see below the surface. They are selfless and quick to help others.
Nice. Here you go, Mr. O.
But of course,
there are some negs. You know, there's some negatives. They maybe try too hard to please everybody. You know, you can't always please everybody. Come on, guys. You can also tend to be a little bit wishy-washy because you're trying to please everybody. As a matter of fact, because of all this, people might think you're a little bit inconsistent, maybe even duplicitous, like you're stringing them along. You can also stretch yourself so far to the breaking point. Don't do that. All right.
All right, let's just finish that up then. Here we go, Mutables.
Wow.
Card 1 is, of course, the primary focus for Mutables this month. And, oh wow, you couldn't do much better than that, eh? The Wheel of Fortune?
Upright.
Upright.
Well, what do you want to say?
Okay, well, the Wheel of Fortune upright means there's a lot of really good lucky energy around you at this time. It sort of seems like maybe almost anything you do is either guided by an instinct because it just seems to pay off, or maybe it just says you're just in a cycle really that's moving good, that maybe you can count on mostly nothing really bad to happen right away.
Things are going your way, mutable signs. Wow, this is a positive turn of luck. Things just seem to click. The right place at the right time. Everything you're working on just seems to flow in a positive, growthful direction. Use this time to make forward progress.
Well, you know, Virgo is a mutable, so of course it's kind of like your home season.
Right.
But your sort of dark direct twin or opposite Pisces, it also may have that effect too as well, because it is a semi-season for you, perhaps.
Nice observation, Mr. O.
Thank you.
So what about your interactions with others and how they will affect you in the month ahead? Wow! Can you imagine having this after the Wheel of Fortune? It's the world.
It's very interesting because, of course, it's literally an octave, well, not an octave, a 10-point higher in a way, more than that.
21, yeah.
21, 11 cards higher. The world upright.
Success. I mean, I think, you know, your interactions with others will lead you to success this month in some area of your life. You know, whether you're trying to solidify a relationship, whether you're, you know, maybe taking it a step or two further. Something is coming to completion here, a successful conclusion.
You beat me to it. I was just going to say that basically something is really come full circle, almost in the way of the wheel, but maybe that's why they're connected in a way, because they do have that sense of really something happening and being carried out and concluded.
Wow.
Card 3.
Any challenges, or will there be opportunities this month? Well, guess what? It's the Two of Wands.
Two of Wands it is. Upright.
Not only are there opportunities, I feel here you're going to be able to figure out where it's going to take you from here. It's almost as if you've made some type of forward movement in progress. You've neared completion on something, so where do you go next? I think that's the opportunity here, is now you're in a really good place and you know it, and you can now project a little bit out on how to keep this going.
Whatever was created or completed here with your interactions with others really gives you the idea that now you're set, you know, you have some sort of foundation to move on. You know, you sort of have things in hand, as the card can often say or show, and you're able to move forward.
Wow, gee, could anything go wrong here?
Don't
so
say it.
How best can you use your modality superpowers this month? Well, okay. It's the Five of Cups upright after all this happy joy stuff.
Do you think you don't deserve it?
That's a good point. You know, your modality superpowers. You know, maybe well, here's the thing. Do you feel, you know, that this has been really hard on you, or that maybe you feel bad because you've left others behind to complete what you had to do here? I don't know. There's something here. I have to agree with Mr. O. I almost feel as though it's saying you feel you don't deserve the success you're achieving here.
Well,
or you're disappointed in some results that really should be making you feel pretty good.
It is kind of hard to put a total beat on this, but those mutable signs will tend to have maybe more sensitivities to some things going on. Scorpio can be very sensitive, but they might just sort of shoulder it in silence. But these mutables, they may react in different ways. It's possible. And so it is maybe hard to say that, you know, there was total pleasure here. I don't want to typecast any of these zodiac signs, but this card indicates more or less that somebody feels they didn't get exactly everything. But I still think it also shows, too, that maybe they didn't understand what exactly happened, that maybe they didn't see where the hidden, you know, treasure still lay.
Yeah, did you have to let something go? It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, or leave something behind, you know, in order to achieve this, and it's making you feel bad. Personally, I feel with those two cups there, you know, you didn't really lose anything. It's still there for you. I just feel this is a perception that you've had, that this move, this progress that you have made has cost you something, but it really hasn't.
Who couldn't blame them? Because it sort of seems like a whirlwind of really well-timed things happening that led you to this. Like you could say, I hardly believe my luck.
Wow, you know, I'm thinking for the most part here, most of these modality readings have been really good.
Is it because we are getting to the end of the Mercury retrograde? That would be nice.
I was thinking that very thing.
That would be nice. So let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up for the mutable signs. So, okay, over here we had the
Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune. Good gosh, that's right.
Your focus is about luck.
Your focus is about luck and timing and everything just falling into place. This is a time to make the forward progress you need in whatever area of your life you want to focus on.
Absolutely. It just seems like everything is clicking correctly.
And
the world, your interactions with others.
Your interactions with others, well, they're going to be very helpful to you in achieving the goal you or desire that you've longed for. I think here there is a completion. Something gets finished and successfully, and you have others to thank for this, I think. So be grateful. Be fair-minded. That's who you are, mutables. You're very fair-minded. So be sure that if there's any dividends or whatever, bonuses, money to be had from whatever's happened here, make sure you compensate people fairly.
I can't really add to that. I just think there's a nice flow of energy here that starts something and maybe more or less brings it to its conclusion.
And then finally,
opportunities,
challenges. Well, shoot, you're in such a good place right now. You can now project where all of this is taking you. You know that success is on its way or has been received, and you are ready to start planning for a future where this takes you from here.
Like I said before, whatever happened seems to have set its own foundation or course that will really create a continuity of further success or projects, even if it's just interpersonal relationships. So this could be about, cementing, some important relationship.
All right, so
the super modalities power.
Yeah, well, it is kind of tricky. Uh-oh, we're going to have a cat visitation.
Let her visit. Hello, baby.
Come on, you can come. It's Shadow. Say hi to Shadow, everybody.
Come over here. There's a girl. There's a girl.
Aww. So how can you use your modality? It's the Five of Cups upright, which we are kind of puzzled by. I think here that there's some, sense of loss you're feeling here over this. Have you lost touch with some people? Is this pulling you away from some other things that were important to you? You feel some disappointment or some sorrow over this, yet I think it's misplaced. I think it's misguided and misplaced because with all these positive cards and the fact that this has two cups remaining upright, it's almost as if it's up here and not the reality of the situation.
Right. It is a little puzzling. And like I suggested in the beginning, either you can't believe your luck or you almost feel like maybe you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And so there's a sense maybe that it's bittersweet, but maybe part of that is because what you didn't get is what really would have made you understand this. So maybe there's a context that you're not getting in a way of why you deserve this.
Yeah, that's what we have for you. Wow. Interesting readings for this month. And all positive. So a lot positive. So I think here, enjoy it. Use the positive energy while it's here. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. So, after this season. So, by all means, soak it in. Receive it.
And we're going to see you in about a month.
We'll see you next month for
when the sun moves into
Libra season, which I guess is my evil twin. Is that right?
Yes, Libra's your evil twin. So who knows what that means.
All right. So everybody, take care. Shadow says goodbye. And we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.